guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So you have read the video title and this video is a requested video. One of you requested me to make this video. I know I am very late to make this video. You guys requested me earlier, but I think even if I make this video now, it will be helpful for you. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that. So I'm so happy to make this video. Like when I was in my class 10th, I used to think that I will study hard and get good marks and make this kind of video. But in my 11th was like so hectic, I didn't got the time to make the video. And finally one of you guys requested me, so I'm so happy to make this video. So I think, by the way, if you guys don't know, I got 95.4% score in my 10th, making me well suited to make this video for all the 10th graders out there. So without any further ado, let's dive into the tips. So tip number 1 is always check your syllabus before going for the examination and before even preparing for it. So I will show you how. At my time, I printed the syllabus from the original website. So syllabus for 24-25 session is out and I will link it in the description box. So I printed out the syllabus like this. This is my 12th ka syllabus, but in 10th you generally have one page. Iske aage piche you get the print. So this is the syllabus, and always keep the syllabus of a particular subject in that book only. So whenever teacher asks or whenever you need to check the syllabus, you can check and study accordingly. So when I had my history civics exam, I remember there was a question about Lord Lytton's Act, that was Arms Act and Vernacular Prax Act. So हमारी book जो थी, that was not the best book of history, that was the worst book. Because I remember एक तो क्वेश्चन था जिसमें they asked 2 to 3 points about some topic, I don't remember now, but हमारी book में ही 2 topics थे and they asked like 3 topics in board exam. So we could not do that question, thank God it was in choice. So I remember that Lord Lytton's Act वाला जो question था, in our book it was not, Lord Lytton was not written, Lord Lytton name was not there in our book. So many of our classmates did know, and I have read the syllabus, so I knew that it like they are Arms Act and Vernacular Press Act, but many of our classmates didn't know and they did the question wrong. So this is like a very important thing to check the syllabus thoroughly. You have to check, like this is my maths का syllabus, but आप एक line read करिए like this. It is here, given here, so it's very important to read every single line of your syllabus and study accordingly, because sometimes your book might not be the best source, like the book which our school has issued might not be the best one. So yeah, this is very. So your tip number 2 is always check your always practice PYQs at least of 5 years. So when I was in my class 10th, especially in history and geography, I did last 5 years question papers, which helped me a lot, because in geography and in history both, there were many questions which were directly repeated. So it helped me a lot. Like I solved last 5 years ki paper and it was so good. So the book which I used was Oswal Gurukul last 10 years solved papers. So in this book you get like many subjects and we only have 10 subjects, so there are extra subjects in that book, but the subjects we need are there, so we can buy that book. I will like add the link in the description box. Also in your case, I think importance of PYQs is little less, because ICSE and ISC both has increased their competency level, so it's very important to do accordingly. Still, I will recommend do some question papers, like at least the 5 years you can do, not 10 if. Okay, now let's move on to the third tip. So our tip number 3 is to check the specimen paper, and this year the specimen papers are already out for some subjects. They are not out for all the subjects still. but there are some papers you can follow, because like there are some changes in the paper pattern, and so you can direct like do the specimen paper. It's very necessary. In my time, when I was in my class 10, our specimen papers were released like around November December, like during the pre-boards time. So I remember हमारा इंग्लिश सेकेंड का इंग्लिश लिटरेचर का specimen paper came as a pre-board exam. Like so it was so, I was so happy at that time because मैं specimen paper करके solve करके गई थी. So it was easy for me to solve the pre-board exam because it was the same specimen paper. And I remember our teacher was told us that मैथ्स का एग्ज़ाम वॉज ऑल्सो द सेम, लाइक स्पेसिमिन पेपर को ही करने वाले थे एज अ प्री बोर्ड, बट बिकॉज उसके पहले इंग्लिश लिटरेचर का एग्ज़ाम था, सो एवरीवन न्यू कि स्पेसिमिन पेपर के आने के चांसेस हैं, सो दे लाइक चेंज द एग्ज़ाम ऑफ मैथ्स. आई रिमेंबर दैट. बट yeah, specimen is very important, not for pre-boards, not for your school internal examinations, but for your boards as well. So this is the specimen paper. like हमारा अभी इंग्लिश का PCM का नहीं आया, क्लास 12 का. So like this is the English one. I can show you something. Like I will show you English literature ka paper and I will tell you some things that are important. So like there are MCQs. This is English literature ka specimen, guys. So like here you can see that recall is written. Recall, understanding, analysis. So this type of like questions will be there, like in which you have to recall something, like memory based question, and understanding based question, and analysis based question. Like here it's like analysis based. So it's very important to do the specimen paper. इससे आपको पता चलता है that how difficult your exam, board exam is going to be, and so you get the idea of paper pattern, types of question. Then okay, so tip number 4 is अभी मोस्टली सभी के समर वेकेशंस चल रहे होंगे, सो आई वुड रिकमेंड कि अगर आपके टीचर्स ने आपको आपके इंटरनल असेसमेंट के लाइक टॉपिक्स बता दिए हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स बता दिए हैं, सो जस्ट कंप्लीट योर प्रोजेक्ट्स राइट नाउ इन दिस, like in the entire month of June, complete all your projects, because उसके बाद it's gonna be very hectic. I remember due to some reason I was not able to complete all my projects in my summer vacation, so it was so difficult for me to complete it like later on in July and August. Like मैंने अपने हाफ ईयरली से पहले सारे प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट कर दिए थे, बट अभी आप जून में कर लोगे, सो इट्स बेटर, क्योंकि हमें दिसंबर तक सबमिट करने होते हैं प्रोजेक्ट्स, पर टीचर हमें पहले ही दे रहे हैं, बिकॉज देयर आर सम स्टूडेंट्स हु डू नॉट केयर अबाउट एनीथिंग, एनी प्रोजेक्ट. सो आई वुड रिकमेंड कि आप अभी पूरे कर लो, क्योंकि बाद में आई रिमेंबर मेरा जोग्राफी का प्रोजेक्ट मुझे लास्ट कल को सबमिट करना है, एंड आज इवनिंग तक मेरा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था, सो आई वोक अप एंटायर नाइट एंड कंप्लीटेड द प्रोजेक्ट. सो इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी वेरी हेक्टिक, क्योंकि आपको पढ़ना भी होगा, यू हैव टू स्टडी यू, एंड देन आपको ये प्रोजेक्ट लिखने होंगे, सो इट्स गोना बी हेक्टिक. सो कंप्लीट इट राइट नाउ गाइस. Okay, so our tip number 5. Yes, our tip number 5 is do not buy question banks. I remember I purchased the question banks of every subject, Oswal question banks of every subject except English and Hindi. And I remember I used a chemistry one only. I didn't use any other one, like neither maths nor history, geography, computer. मैंने कोई भी यूज़ नहीं किया था, बस chemistry का थोड़ा सा यूज़ किया था. Because guys, there are a bunch of questions in our book. So first solve your book and then buy sample papers. I will recommend कि sample papers you can purchase and solve them. Like आपका 2 hours का एग्ज़ाम होता है, so you can solve it like time based practice you can do, and उससे आपको पता चलेगा कि आपके कौन से चैप्टर के क्वेश्चंस नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, and how you are doing. You have to analyze your speed while you are writing your exam, like sample paper. So it's, I will recommend do not buy question banks, and you can buy sample papers instead, or you can download from online. There are so many question papers online, so you can download that and solve that. Okay, this is like our tip number 5. Our tip number 6 would be, yes, do your computer very nicely. Like if you want to choose a computer science as an extra subject in your 11th or 12th, so it will be very helpful, guys, especially in 11th. Our 11th, in 11th there are only 2 chapters जो आपके 10th से different होंगे, and rest of the chapter are and at least same. There are 1 or 2 topics extra that you have to do, like recursion and like that, except that all the topics are same. Major of your 10th computer is in your 11th computer, so it's very important to do computer very nicely. And also in computer, pay attention on theory as well, because we remember in our home examinations, like internal examination, our marks were always directed in theory section, not in the programming section but in the theory section. So also pay attention to the theory part, because theory part is also important if you want to get full marks in your computer. But I got full marks in computer, because like last few days I made a notebook in which I wrote the keyword, which like final keyword, what is the use of final keyword, what is the use of this keyword. And so it is very important to pay a little attention on theory as well. Don't neglect your computer theory. And yeah, programs are very 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 important. Like I remember जब हमारा कंप्यूटर का एग्जाम आया था, आई थिंक 6 प्रोग्राम आते हैं एंड वी हैव टू डू 4. लाइक मेरे टाइम पर तो शायद ऐसे ही था व्हेन आई गेव इन 2023. सो I knew all the programs and I was so happy. I wrote one extra program. Yes, so it is like very good thing if you write an extra answer. It's a good thing. So yeah, computer is very important. Clear your basics in computer, understand computer, and if you want, especially if you want it, to choose it in your class 11. Okay, I think this is our last step. Do not mess up with your teachers, guys. वैसे तो टीचर से कभी भी मैस नहीं करना चाहिए, लाइक कभी भी कुछ भी नहीं करना चाहिए झगड़ा, बट especially in 10, don't mess up with your teachers, because they are the ones who are gonna give you marks for your internal assessment. Like जो आपके internal assessment होते हैं, especially in class 10th, आपके जो projects होते हैं, lab manuals होते हैं, उसके marks आपके टीचर्स ही देते हैं, आपके स्कूल टीचर्स जो आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं वही देते हैं. And it's completely based on your face value. I remember like my computer teacher, she knew my name. No, she knew me by my face. So like whenever I submitted my project, she was checking, I think she was checking at that time. She asked me that you are ShREyA, ShREyA Agrawal, because there are 2 Shreyas in her class. So she asked me that you are ShREyA Agrawal. I said yes. Then afterwards when I asked, she said nothing, I was just checking the projects. So like it's completely based on your face values, how you are behaving in your class, how disciplined you are, how much you are obeying your teachers, and how polite you are. So it's very important to be like disciplined, well behaved in your classroom and school, because it's very important for your internal projects. You will get perfect score of 20 and 20 if you do this. So yeah, internal projects are completely based on your face value. I remember one more story I will tell you. We had submitted our physics manuals and we did not fill out the readings, because our teacher asked they will take us to the lab and let us fill the reading table. बट ऐसा कभी कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. हमारे बोर्ड्स हो गए, सब कुछ लैब वाला सबमिट हो गए, बट वो रीडिंग कभी फिल नहीं हुई. सो इट्स कम्प्लीटली बेस्ड ऑन योर फेस वैल्यू. डू इट वेरी नाइसली. And yeah, that's it for this video. I know that I'm little late, but still you can make the use of these tips and prepare your board exams well. So yeah, that's it. If you want any other video, you can tell me in the comment section. I will love to make that. Yeah, like, share and subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in my next video. Bye.